Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1954 Olivetti Lettera 22 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Italy, one of the top typewriters of all time. Won a few awards, one being the best technology of the last 100 years, around 1957, I believe, um, from the Institute of Technology in Chicago. Up top are the margins. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that on 0, and the right margin around 75. And these are the paper support arms that flip up from the back. That was the paper release. I'll show you how to do that when I get to that section. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line of space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch 1 notch forward. Skips 2, 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. A switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Super smooth, light touch. Perfect print. Pica typeface prints 10 characters per inch. It's a more modern feel to it, even though it was built about 70 years ago. It feels like a modern typewriter for something that they would produce today, even though they don't produce good machines anymore. You have to get a vintage typewriter if you want something good, top of the line technology for the era. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Just flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. When I was trying to load the page, I had that engaged. So what happens is it just won't feed. You can feed it through manually, but it just won't feed through properly when you turn the knob. So you flip that back and it allows you to feed that properly like that. So you want to make sure that that's not engaged when you're loading your page. We're going to flip these down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side, very smooth. Everything on this is light and smooth. This button here is your margin release. It's not supposed to be a 1 key. So when you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release. It does allow you to type all the way to the end. The 1 key traditionally on typewriters is the lowercase L, and the exclamation point is Shift 8, which is the apostrophe. Backspace it, and then period. Tab button is the red button on the right side there. Right now we got tab set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear each one of those by the lever on the left side, flipping that up. So each one of those I'm going to clear. So now we don't have any, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle by flipping it down. So when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. Very good. And if you have an Olivetti Lettera 32, which is the upgrade for, some people say it's an upgrade, some people say that this one is the GOAT. Just a little bit difference in function and appearance, but they're both excellent machines. So it would be the opposite on the 32, up to set, down to clear. On this one, it's up to clear, down to set. Open the hood. So there's your carriage lock that always accidentally engages. Flip it up to unlock it. The top panel pops off from the front like this. You want to be very careful when you're opening that because these hooks will break. This is cast iron metal. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right if you want to switch that direction. The side that you want it to go to, there's a little ribbon guide. Just flip it toward the middle and it will pull to that side. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, which is the little metal piece, and swap the direction automatically. This is your touch control. A lot of people might not ever find this. Very important on this model because of the light touch. You want to gauge what your preference is as far as touch control. That increases the tension on the keys when you push them. When you push the keys, you do have to hit them a bit harder when it's on high tension, but it responds faster. And this just hooks in from the back and it snaps down on the front. Carriage release on both sides. That very good. This rides on a rail, so that's one of the differences between the 32 and the 22 is this rides on a rail versus bearings. Like most typewriters have bearings, this has a rail it rides on. So it's a different glide, but it's really smooth. Left carriage release, and if you push the button on the end of the left knob, it disables the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept if you move the line space selector all the way back to 0, disables the spacing, move it up to the 1, you get the clicks. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.